Hey guys, Pixel here. So when I recorded this video, they released a patch that reduced poles and plates by like 75 and 50% HP value. But then literally like not even a week later, they removed the nerf and then reverted everything back to 100%. So most of the information here is just basically like blocks that you can use as an alternative if you don't want to use pulls. So ignore everything that I say in regards to like the HP value and stuff. Everything is 100% now, so don't worry about it. But watch if you want to use alternative blocks instead of like using pulls all the times to kind of defend yourself from Horde Knight. So with that being said, let's go on with the rest of the video. So here I am back in my playground. I've just made a very simple horde-based setup here, like normal, just like a stairway up here, going to a catwalk, and then just like a box, right? Nothing fancy at all, because we're here just to test out the blocks. So just to explain what has happened. So if I just bring up like a pole here, I should have set this up beforehand, I do apologize, but anyway, I'm just going to put it down just so you can see it, right? So this used to be 5,000 because it was made out of concrete and it would be the same, right? And that's always been the case for the whole entire like previous alphas. Like if it was same material type, it would be the same HP, but not anymore. As you can see, that's 1,250. This is 500 now. So poles, although you can use them, maybe if you wanted a challenge or something like that, or you felt like you're never going to get touched, then still use poles, but they're not as good anymore, right? But what I've done is I've searched through the 1,300 odd blocks to find out the best alternatives I have for you to kind of replace the pole here, and this is what I've come up with. So the first block I've got is the cube half 1 meter hole, which is the first row here in the selection, and as you can see, it's half a block wide like that, and it has the same durability as the block next to it, so like that, 5,000, 5,000, and if you can stack them both like this, it looks kind of cool, right? It looks like an infinity sign almost. And just to give you a little bit of a test, we're going to spawn some spiders in here. Feral spiders. They're going to come through here just to show you that they can't go through the hole like that, okay? And it's quite good because, you know, the hole is big enough that you can melee through the bottom and also through the top. Good timing, spider. It's like I planned it. And then if we just test out the dogs as well at the same time, so we just do dogs. Let's just do a couple of dogs here. You can see the dogs can't get through at all because that half, well, where they meet is stopping their head, and it gives you a big enough hole that you can melee all of them like that. Okay, so the two holes that I have here, don't take that as concept. The two circles that I have here basically are one of my favorites here out of the selection. I think they give you a big enough space for you to hit through and also for you to shoot. You know what? I'm just going to move on to the next block. Let's stop talking about holes. The next one is the gable inverted steep half. Okay, so same rules apply. It needs to have a big enough opening for you to hit through and also to stop zombies from coming through. So for this one, what I've done is I've obviously rotated on the far side of myself, and then I've put it upside down like that, and the same with this side like this, so zombies can't get through. It is a little bit narrower at the bottom. If you really wanted to, you could rotate it the other way around, which I'll do in a second, but let's just test this orientation first. So let's do zombie dogs like that. So you can see zombie dogs can't get through. They can bark at me all they want, can't get through. You can melee him in the leg like that. You can smack him in the face like this. Same way like that. Okay, and then same with the spiders. If we do spiders, let's just do 3 here. Spiders can't get through at all. I mean, there was no chance of them getting through like that. Good opening to whack the spiders dead on in the head. As you can see, bang on, right on the noggin, just like that. Okay, and then you could do the other orientation as well, but I didn't really like this orientation personally. So you can do this orientation like this. So we'll do the same thing. We'll do the feral spiders first. So spiders, again, coming through like that. And the reason I don't like this is because it's narrow at the top, I can't really hit them as well as I could before. I can hit them better from this side, like this, but not as good as it was before, like that, right? Yeah, so I don't like this orientation a little bit, and then we'll just kill them off like that. And then I'll demonstrate the doggo as well, but you probably get the picture as well, right? So let's do this. Doggos. Same. Yeah, you see that block there is kind of blocking where I really want to hit. Although, admittedly, probably a little bit better for dogs, but not for spiders. Okay, so you can use them with whichever orientation you want, but yeah, this is I prefer the other orientation, but again, this is 5,000 and this is 5,000 as well. So moving on to the next block. This one is the half-length pillar. This one is probably the most similar to the actual pole itself. And all you have to do is just rotate it this way, and you rotate it this way, and you can put it on like that. And that's it. That's all you have to do. You don't have to do anything at all. And if I just bring some spiders first, as you can see, they can't get through. Decent opening for you to melee them in the head like that. Let's see if they can stack on top of each other. Stack on top. There you go. So you can see I could probably hit both of them in the head beautifully. Like that. There's one, and there's the other, and we'll just demonstrate the doggos as well. Like that. And you see doggos can't get through either. It does make it a little bit difficult to hit the heads of this. You can obviously still hit them, but if you aim too far down, you'll hit the bar. But you can aim at the bottom here like this. And interestingly enough, for some reason, right, sometimes they'll glitch. And yeah, there you go. So they'll try and like crawl through the block, but they can't do it. And sometimes they'll get stuck in that crawling animation. So something to consider here. But yeah, this is not too bad. Nice, decent opening. Nice decent opening on the bottom, and just a half block in the middle. All right, this is the cube half thin window. Again, it's half a block thick, and what I would suggest that you do for this one is that you rotate the bottom one so it's horizontal like this, and then you rotate the top one to be vertical like this. That way, if you had a vertical opening right here, the dogs will be able to get through it because there's nothing stopping them, like, yeah, coming through, right? So if you do it half this way and then vertical this way, the dogs won't be able to get through. So let's just do dogs first. Let's just spawn those. As you can see, they can't get through here. Kind of decent head height for smashing their heads like that. And then, yeah, just going through like this, and we'll get this guy here as well, like that. Okay, and obviously if it's going to be a normal zombie, you're going to be able to hit them in the head, right? So I'm not going to demonstrate those, just for sake of time, really. And just for spiders, let's just do a few spiders. Again, the same again. It is a little bit difficult for the spiders to hit them through. I mean, if they're climbing like this, that's fine. You can hit them probably on the booty like this. Come on, down you go. Right, you can probably hit him on the booty if you like. Just like that. But you won't be able to get the headshot in because this bar is way too thick. So what you can do is just come back here and just shoot them in the back like that. Okay? So yeah, so not the best block in my opinion, but it is a decent block just because of the top one. You can just melee through like that, okay? But yeah, but you can use all these blocks in a combination, right? So I'm going to show you a couple of blocks that you can use in combination with this one as well. So the two other blocks I have in mind are not really blocks that you could use as a meleeing point, but it's really used so you can actually see through, okay? So this one is the cross pole centered, I believe it's called, the cross pole centered. Yeah, pole cross centered. They're not really used for melee because this is really classed as a full block. If I tried to shoot through it, if I tried to shoot through that thing, as you can see, it kind of stops at this point here, and I can't really melee through it either like that, okay? And the next one is the cube frame. The cube frame is a nice one to use to kind of shoot through. So as you can see, my bullets are shooting through onto the other side, but you can't really melee it through to the other side. It's also a little bit too thick as well, so you wouldn't use this at all to do that. But what you could do is just use these 2 blocks on the bottom so you can see what's on the other side, and then in conjunction with like the other blocks that I've had earlier, you can just use it like that. It does stop you a little bit further away than before, but if you want it a little bit further away, I mean, it's not going to stop you from meleeing things anyway. So if I just bring some dogs here like that, I can still melee the dogs like that, so it's not going to cause too much of an issue, but it does feel a little bit further away than what I would like to. I'd like to be just a half a block closer, and spiders can't get through this as well, just to give you completeness. Obviously spiders can't get through that, right? Again, I can melee that one, but I can't melee this one, so I'm just going to shoot it in the face instead. Boom, like that. Okay, so that's all the blocks to replace the pole, and basically you just use these just to use your horde base. I personally like the circle here. I think it's a better replacement. It's got a larger opening and you can shoot through it and you can melee it through. Yeah, so those are all the shapes that I found to replace the pole. If you found any other shapes that you could possibly use to stop zombies from getting to you for like horde night and all that kind of stuff, or any kind of defense, leave a comment below, let other people know. And yeah, and if you found this video helpful, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.